look. First is eye contact. Bro.
Eye contact.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Look. If she look at you more than once, tell her to come here, bro.
Okay.
Just say,
Yeah. Yeah, I love how this guy is giving the advice and then immediately it plays out exactly like he says. There's so many things to break down here. But here's the part that a lot of guys maybe will stumble on, is that he's very clearly looking at her to see, were you looking at me? Were you checking out? Was that an invitation? And if he was like kind of looking down back at his phone or subtly, and then she looked back, it wouldn't be as clear. But the fact that he was looking for that second look from her made it really clear that he wasn't hiding his intentions. And yeah, and he's saying, I believe he's saying the next thing to do is to tell her to come here. Well, first of all, again, like he looks away from her for just a second, and then he looks right back. He's staying focused on what it is that he wants. And that makes it easy for the other person, for the woman, to know that he's interested. Most of us are not this clear in our nonverbal communication. Most of us are like, oh, I'm gonna play it cool, and I'm like on my phone, or I'm gonna talk with my guy here and I'll glance over or whatever. If you really like a woman, make it clear by clearly making eye contact with her. Okay, don't stare her down. And if she looks back and she's not giving you any signals, no smile, there isn't any light in her eyes, that there isn't any kind of an inviting, intriguing look on her face, okay, don't keep staring her down. That's called intimidating somebody. That's not what we're talking about. I like that he has something prepared, an action prepared in his mind. He doesn't have an entire routine worked out. He just says, basically, invite her, and he's got like 2 words, and he's got probably a hand gesture, and he's got some body language that goes with it. And that's it. He doesn't know what he's gonna say next. He doesn't have the rest of it worked out, but he has a basic anchor and hook for what he's going to do. This guy's basically saying you make eye contact, and if she makes the second one, immediately you take action and invite her to come here. That's a little piece of a script that is very, very useful when you're in a situation like that. I think it's awesome. I imagine this guy has a whole repertoire of these things that he does. He knows they work because he's done them a couple of times. He did it with his hands, he did it with his words, and it worked. And the girl said yes. Or like in this video, she plays with him and is like, no, you come over here to me. Which is an invitation. I mean, it doesn't matter who's going where. You're just demonstrating more confidence when you do that. You don't need to play this game where, oh, no, I got to make the woman come to me. Drop that stuff. That really doesn't serve anybody. The girl might have seen him from his streaming channels, and he's a celebrity, and that's cool. Notice though, that even with him being Duke Dennis, notice that even when he's this powerful character and he's saying, come here, she's still not comfortable doing that. She still wants him to come to her, because that's really important to realize, is the rules don't actually change all that much just because you're rich, famous, have all this popularity. The rules don't really change. Duke Dennis, clearly a very physically attractive guy. He's got the energy. I don't think we have to wait until we are in our peak state to do it. Because here's the thing, this is not the first time that he has done this. He has done this dozens, maybe even hundreds of times. That's why it's become a rule. He's explaining it in the video because he's done it so many times. The first time that he did this, he probably didn't feel, he probably didn't know what he was doing. He didn't have the rule developed yet. He also probably didn't feel very comfortable doing it. You might as well work out the kinks and work out the feeling uncomfortable doing it while you're working on your body, while you're working on your style, while you're working on everything else. Go ahead and work on this. You don't want to, wait until you're all ripped and then start awkwardly trying to make eye contact with women and applying the question. No way. Go ahead and start working on it now. Your social skills, the soft skills, they take time to develop the same way that, I guess you call them hard skills of going to the gym. I mean, it takes time to develop both. And they're all necessary for you to truly win and have the attention that you want with women. Absolutely be developing these soft skills at the same time that you're developing your hard skills. This was such a playful interaction between men and women. This was such a wonderful way of demonstrating an invitation that was tossed back and forth between the two of us. And absolutely, Duke Dennis is going to have an easier time doing this than the rest of us. This was such an awesome video. I love how he's giving the advice and then turning around and practicing it right there. It just shows how basic some of the interactions are between men and women. I know he didn't say it, but it's going to pay off for you guys too if you practice the soft skills the way this guy is showing. Awesome, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.